everybody, and welcome to another video. This video I am going to talk about my roots in art and how I decided to pursue it as a career and that kind of thing. It's an appropriate one to do for this piece because a huge reason I ended up going into art was Sailor Moon and other anime, but originally Sailor Moon. So I'll start there, I guess. When I was about 6 years old, I was really into Sailor Moon. I think I watched the movies. I just remember the one with Tuxedo Mask and her. I don't really remember even what happened. I just remember that and really liking Sailor Jupiter too. But it was kind of just like a thing in the back of my head, and then when I got into 8th grade, I somehow came across it on YouTube, and they had the full episodes, and I would come home from school every day and watch it. And at the time, liking anime was kind of geeky, and I don't know, I thought I would be made fun of for it. I don't know if it's still like that, but it was for me. And I tried to keep it a secret, so I would come home from school and watch it underneath the blankets because I didn't want my mom to see me watching it. She probably knew, but I thought I was sneaky. And I didn't tell anybody at school, and not until my junior year of high school, so I really kept it a secret for a while. Maybe my best friend knew, but I don't even know. So I got really into it. I watched all 4 seasons that were in English, and then I ended up finding out that there was a 5th season that was only available in Japan, so I watched the Japanese sub of that, and I remember feeling so weird for watching subs, but now it's just yeah, of course you watch it in subs, because the dubs are bad, but back in the day I was like, wow, I'm so weird, who likes Japan this much? And it also fueled this whole new thing, respect for Japan and their culture and their art and everything. But it didn't really start there. I used to draw Pokemon a lot when I was a kid. I had one of those draw by instruction books that had all the different Pokemon and told you exactly what to do at the next step. And I really liked drawing Togepi. I think that was the name. He was my favorite for some reason, or she, I don't know, whatever. And so I got really into that, and at the same time, there was this art competition in my French class. It wasn't art, just painting art, visual art. It could have been poetry or music or whatever, but we had to do something for it, or maybe it was extra credit, I don't remember. But I ended up doing a painting that was of this scene in front of the Eiffel Tower, and it had different famous paintings shown in it. So one of them was Starry Night. Another one was I think it was by Renoir. It was 2 dancing people. I don't remember the painting. And then I think maybe another couple of things in there too, probably some Monet, I don't know. And it wasn't great, but at the time I was really proud of it, and people told me that they really liked it, and so I was like, oh, hey, maybe I like this art thing. And that was at the end of my 8th grade year. So then when I went into high school, I guess I had the summer to think about it, and I went into high school, and by that point, my freshman year of high school, I was obsessed, and I had art 8th period. I remember my first day of high school, dressing up way too much, and waiting for 8th period to come along. And finally, I went in there and met my art teacher, who has been such a blessing for me over the past 4 years. My 4 years of high school and beyond. But, and I told myself I was going to really commit myself to art. And I heard about RISD, which is the Rhode Island School of Design, and it has this whole stigma of the Ivy League of art schools, and it's really great, and if you want to go into art and you're at all serious about art, you go to RISD and that kind of thing. So I got it in my head that I was going to go to RISD no matter what, and I was going to do anything I could to go there. So I got really involved in National Art Honor Society. I became the president my senior year, and I was parliamentarian my junior year. I did a ton of internships. I did work for an after-school arts company in the town over for me. Like, I did everything I could. I even did a RISD pre-college program that was a lot of money. And I did end up getting in, but I could not afford it. It was way too much money. So instead, I ended up getting a really good scholarship at the University of Hartford, at the Hartford Art School, and so I went there, and it was the best thing that could have happened to me. I met so many amazing people. My teachers I still keep in contact with. My classmates, there were only 10 of us in the illustration department, so we were like so close, and we had so much time together, maybe too much at times. It felt like now when I don't see them, it's hard being away from them, but that's kind of how I got here. And there's a lot more to it too. Like, video games actually was a huge part of it. When I think I started playing like Legend of Zelda when I was a kid, when I was like 8 years old, so maybe I'll do like some fan art with that too, and then do another video about that kind of inspiration, because there are so many things that inspire you as an artist and are the reason you do what you do and why you do it the way you do it too. So there's a lot there, but that's definitely like at least the Sailor Moon portion of it and the anime portion of it. And of course, later on in college, I got really into historical Japanese art too, which then inspired me to do more line worky things, which is pretty much all I do now. So there's a lot of little things that just shape you as an artist, and I think it's really interesting. So I wanted to put my story out there too, and see what other people have to say, and just get a sense of all that. So this is the finished piece, and I hope you liked hearing my story. Thanks for sticking around to the end of this video. I should be putting out things on Wednesdays, so keep an eye out for those, and I'll see you next week.